They may balk at $80 for a bottle of Firm, but when they see that it takes dimples off your butt, they're
Yeah.
game. They're game.
Right,
so
John?
you let people get themselves out. But people do. You got a response?
I know I have a
you have a question.
that probably a lot of people have
Sure.
run into, but as a man, it's a little bit more complicated talking about dimples on butts.
I agree it is.
But I will say some of my best customers are Firm. That being said, when I post about Firm, I get a lot of feedback of this is impossible, da 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 da. How do you counter those? How do you deal with the people that respond, but they just don't want to believe that a product can do this?
Absolutely. You want to answer?
I just bombard them with pictures.
I got it
I
second one, but I don't
like,
expect
I just
anything.
keep going. I just do it one at a time, and I'll send them like 7, and I'll go, is that enough? Question mark? And then whatever they say, no, I'll pick more.
No.
No, you the next one. That's the way it works.
There you go. Just keep sending pictures with thousands of pictures. Yeah.
I try to tag somebody.
Thanks.
I try to find a before and after. Erin Miller is my original workout partner, and she lives in Virginia, and she's the one that has the incredible 90-day, 30, 60, 90-day butt photo with the 90 days not using it.
Okay, so can we all friend her? Because a lot of us use that photo.
Do
but we
it!
can't use it.
Erin's wide open.
I have no idea who she was.
Erin King Miller. Erin King Miller.
Erin
E-R-I-N King Miller.
Miller.
Yep. And if you tag her, she'll comment.
Good, I should be talking.
So that's what I try to do. I try to say, I was the biggest skeptic, but this is what it did for me.
Or to say DVA outpatient surgery.
That's right.
Are samples done?
They are.
Sorry. Too little, too late, huh?
But make your don't use it as an
Absolutely.
I know you will.
There was a lady that I knew that she's like 80 years old, and she goes on one of the pictures. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I really don't, believe in these photos, and sometimes the light isn't the same, and blah blah blah." And I told her, I said, "Well, I know. That's why I didn't believe it until I met some of these people." And then it was like boom, a light just like switched on, and then she's like, "Oh, okay, so you know some of these people. It isn't just like all these plates out on the internet that you're pulling all these pictures and all like you said, tagging names."
So again, that's third-party validation. You're using a third-party tool, which is a photo. You can tag the person in a comment. There's third-party validation. I have a tummy picture that's mine from, and people say all the time, "You changed your diet. You changed your exercise." And I didn't. Here I am. And I'll comment if somebody tags me on it. So that's what I try to do. I try to tag somebody if possible. And if the original picture I posted, if I don't always know or can't tag the person, then if somebody asks a question, I'll make a post below with a picture that I can tag.
Can I share something?
Please.
The other day I went into, I have a ear issue, so I went to my ENT. And the receptionist at the desk, she looked at me, she kept staring at me and staring at me, and I've been going for 6 months. And she looked at me and she goes, "Jane," she goes, "you look younger and younger every time you come in here." And I have been talking about my grandchildren, having had my 11th and 12th great-grandchild that have just been born. And she looked at me and she goes, "And how old are you?" And I said, "I'll be 71 in a few days." And I said, and I just kind of went like this, and I said, "I just owe it up to my skincare." She goes, "Is it Miriam?" And I said, "Well, it's down the Eora, and it was Miriam at one time." She goes, "I got invited to a party back a few months ago, and I thought it was just all hokey." And she just kept staring at me. And she goes, "Then you really use this stuff?" I said, "Yes." And I showed her my
And
before.
yes, they pay me to use it.
Yeah, I showed her my before and after pictures. And there's a big joke in my family about my before picture looking like an elephant skin.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and so I've gotten a lot of customers that way. And it's funny. But she goes, and I told her, I said, my advice to you is contact the person that you talk with. And I said, because the product does work. And I said, and she said, she told me her name, and I told her I was coming to this meeting today, and of course I don't remember the name, because we talked about a few other things. But I told her, I said, "You called her back." I said, "We have some new products that are available that you're going to absolutely love." And she just couldn't take her eyes off of it. She goes, "I see it." She goes, "I see it's not hokey anymore." So you never know who you're
didn't do what they said they were going to do.
Too many.
And especially within network marketing, things don't do what people say they're going to do. And so they're skeptical. And that's okay. That's okay. That's why Neora gives us the third-party tools. That's why they give us the support of each other. That's why they do Neora and you. That's why they do corporate update calls. Because they're feeding you what's going to help you overcome those skeptics. I was skeptical. I ordered it thinking I was doing my friend a favor so that she wouldn't bother me anymore. I didn't think it would work. So don't be offended when somebody says they're skeptical. Take it as a compliment because now you're going to get to show them that it really does do what it says it's going to do. Post every day, be consistent. I post every single morning without fail. It's just one of the things I do before I get in the shower. I post. Amber shared with us, which blew my mind. I did not know. There's a 10-10 rule, if you can follow it. Be active on Facebook for 10 minutes prior to making a post, and stay active 10 minutes later. Now, some mornings that doesn't work for me because I've got 2 seconds to make a post. Then make a post. But if you have the time, go on there, comment, connect with other people for 10 minutes, then post, and then stay active if you can and make a couple more comments. Here's a big one. Pay attention to what gets your attention. When you're scrolling on Facebook, what makes you stop? What makes you do a double take? It's usually before and afters. And if it was good, and we've all seen before, we've seen enough before and afters. But if somebody in our team posts another before and after and it stops me because it's a new one, save it. Use it. Don't be afraid to use what other people have used. Be really cool and change some words. Because if all of us post the exact same copy-paste post, then Facebook's going to hide it. But change a couple emojis, change a couple words, add a couple hashtags. You only have to change, I think, 10% of it.
Also forwarding a message versus making a new one changes its rank.
Yes. Don't share somebody else's post. Copy it, make it your own. Okay? But pay attention. If it stops you, it's probably going to stop somebody else. If after 4 years in this business, the before and after stops me, you're going to believe it's going to stop somebody who's never seen before and after. So use those kind of things. Add posts about your family. You'll hear people say, again, I'm going to be honest with you, 80% life, 20% Neora. Mine's the opposite. My kids are just the age, they don't like to pick picture taken every single day. They don't do something cute most days. So I don't have, I'm not going to put my 17-year-old son being grumpy in this room on Facebook. Nobody wants to see that. So if I can't think of a family post that day that I naturally want to share, it's okay. But do your business and post once a day. Again, everybody's not seeing it. They're seeing 3 to 5% of what you post. So do it. Don't make it all Neora. But there are weeks I go, I don't make a personal post other than something for Neora. Just what I do. So, but add that in. Here's a big tip. Use interactive posts. You can Google good interactive posts for Facebook. What got your attention? Okay? Ask people their opinion. They want to share it. So find a post. If you could travel one place in the world, where would you travel? Leave your comment below. I posted the other day about bras and had 500 and some comments because people like to talk about what they know, what's coming for them, their expertise. Make them funny. But here's the deal about interactive posts. Don't do them on days where you don't have time to comment back to every single person who posts. Okay? So the whole thing about an interactive post, if you get more comments on your post, then Facebook's going to go, there's a mover and shaker that I want to promote because they're doing what we want Facebook to do. They're exchanging. That's what they want Facebook to do. So I never make an interactive post that I don't have time that day or that night to comment back to every single person who commented to me. Okay? It could be like cool or high five. It doesn't matter what it is. But comment back if you're going to do an interactive post. Let them know that you actually care that they took the time to comment something. Yeah.
You say, do you have to comment back, or can you just like their comment?
I always comment back.
But does just liking it do the same thing?
No.
Okay.
No, because a like is just a passing thing where a comment back they see as a conversation.
Okay.
But you can do an emoji.
You can do an emoji. You can go to comment and just hit thumbs up emoji in the comment,
Okay.
and it counts as a conversation.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Here's the thing to remember. When you do an interactive post, your next post is going to be highly seen. It's 500 people, 500 ladies that commented about bras. So my next post, you're going to bet, wasn't my dog playing in the backyard. It was something New York.
Any post or the next day or the next.
The next post you do. Whether it's the same day, next day,
Okay, there's no time frame. Okay.
it's just your next post. Because they're going to go, hey, she got 500 comments, and she responded back, so this is somebody we want to promote. So they don't care what my next post is. They're going to push it up in the feed. So I try to do an interactive post 1 to 2 times a week. If possible. I don't do them in place of my New York post. I do them in addition to.
Somewhere, someplace I heard, and I've been doing it this way with my posts as much as I can. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm driving and I shouldn't be when I'm trying to do it. But I find there's the Facebook trolls that just, that's another one of Tracy's space things. So if I put like a very small comment,
Yep.
and then the finger down to the comments, if they're interested, they're going to come down and then they're going to open it up.
Yeah.
And most people will comment on it that way.
Yeah. So you understand
Instead
what
of them just flipping through.
So instead of posting the photo
Right.
on the post, she might use like one of those colorful backgrounds and say, mind blown, 3 days, can't believe it, with the finger down. And then post the photo as a comment.
Right.
Because people don't have to open up your post to see it. Okay? So there's all kinds of tricks like that.
Is there like, you have to do comments within so many minutes after your post, and it does it, like it bumps it?
That's where that first 10 minutes comes into play. If you have anybody comment in the first 10 minutes, comment back, but otherwise, as long as you're commenting back, it doesn't, the time frame doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's days before I comment if I'm traveling or something's going on. I do try to comment within 12. I have kind of a sundown rule. So I try to comment before the end of that day, if possible. Of course, you guys know this. When somebody asks you a question, if you make a New York post and somebody asks you a question, don't be like, it's the firming cream. It's $80. It lasts 40 to 50 days a bottle. Don't. It's my magic lotion. I'll message you. Okay, be vague. Because what you don't want is somebody else who's going to come on that page go, I don't need to ask Robin what that is because she just said above that it's the firming cream that lasts 45 days, that's $80. So be vague. The other thing is when you use Messenger, it's a higher algorithm. That person who you're messaging is going to start seeing more of your comments and you're going to start seeing more of theirs.
Oh.
So private Messenger is brilliant for things like that. So comment back to them and tell them, check your inbox, I just sent you information. Check your inbox, I just sent you another before and after you're not going to believe. Check your inbox, I just sent you my before and after. Because then maybe Robin will go, I want to see your before and after. Send it to me. So you want to pique interest without like giving away the farm. Add 5 new friends a day. And you go, how can I do that? I have the same circle. That's where joining groups is powerful. You don't want to just join any group, okay? I don't want to join the group of people who own red Mustangs. I don't own a red Mustang. It's not passionate for me. But I do care about moms of type 1 diabetics. So I searched in groups, type 1 diabetic groups, and I find a few that fit me. And I join those groups, and then I start becoming active in those groups. You want to talk about expanding your circle. I showed you a picture of my golden retriever. So I have a group that's golden retrievers, lovers of golden retrievers. I don't know. Something it sounds kind of creepy to me, but the whole point is everybody on there is sharing pictures of their dogs. So, but be active in there. So it's easy for me with type 1 groups to comment back to moms if they're asking for advice or, having a hard day. So what do I do on a page like golden retrievers? Reach out and ask that person a question. Friend request them, reach out and say, hey, we're on the same group about golden retrievers. I have a golden Bella who's 6 years old. She's been running out of the yard. Have you ever experienced that before? I'm looking for help for people I can trust. But be genuine. But you want to start that interaction.
I'm in a couple different stepmom groups, but I also know there's single mom groups out there. I think even if you're someone that's not currently living, like you're kind of through the mess of being a single mom, but now your kids are all grown, like you have a lot to offer to someone that may be
the power of this business. God puts people in our path, and it's not always for this business. But He uses this business to put people in our path. I've joined type 1 groups. I don't know that I ever would have. It's private, it's painful, it's personal. There are hard days. I don't love sharing, I was up 5 times last night with Molly because her blood sugar kept dropping and I was scared. I wouldn't do that on my normal page because I can go do that on a type 1 page. But I probably wouldn't have joined those groups and been active like I am. I can tell you of the hundreds of type 1 mom friends I have, maybe a fifth of them I talk more with because they've asked. But I don't ever talk to them first about Neora unless it's their birthday. And we'll get to the birthday sample. Then they get an offer. But I start a conversation. I don't ever friend somebody that they accept that you don't start a conversation with.
Yeah, because that's weird.
It's creepy. It is creepy. And I will be honest, I have had a couple type 1 moms write me back and say, how do I know you? Well, we're in the same type 1 mom group. I had one that wrote back and said, gotta be honest with you, I'm not gonna accept your friend request. I don't open my world up to people I don't know well. Wrote back, awesome, I totally get it, and I respect you for protecting your boundaries that are comfortable to you. Have a great day. It didn't hurt me. I can't even tell your name. Okay, I have other friends. But that's what's comfortable for her. That's okay.
Another thing I found in groups, if you respond to somebody or comment on their whatever post, whatever it was, if you'll use their first name in your comment, then send them a friend request. You're almost 100% of the time going to get an approval.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't be afraid to tag people in your comments back. Very rarely do I have an interactive post. If Mike Whitney commented, I'm going to write back, Mike Whitney, high five. Right? Because I want to make sure Mike sees it. So yeah, don't be afraid to tag people. So join 3 to 4 groups. I would highly recommend, if you're not a part of groups, to consider that. But really think about what gets you going, what gets your blood boiling, what motivates you. There are groups for everything. But you're not going to stay active in a group that isn't important to you.
No.
Okay, so do that. Start friending people. Start talking to people. Be real. Be genuine. Again, I can't tell you how many mamas I've friended that probably will never order Neora from me, but they needed another Christian in their corner that they could text in the middle of the night when their daughter's up with low blood sugar. I'll be that person for them. I'll be that person. Because that's God used this to connect this, and I'm going to honor that. Doesn't always have to be about, and you'd be surprised how many will come back to you or refer somebody else to you because you're being a good friend. And they see your other posts and they want to support you. It may not be for them, but it could be for somebody else. So do it. I use birthdays. I sample 20 to 30 people a month. Every single month. At conference, they put up a statistic that Indiana had the most samples that have ever, did you see that? Indiana had the highest rate of sampling of anybody who uses Go Prospect, and it was 8,000 some. And Nate Gibbons stopped me in the hallway and he goes, how many of those were yours? Probably 500. I don't know.
All but one.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot. I can tell you, if you use samples the right way, if you sample the right way, they will grow your business. You will gain customers. But you can't just send a sample and not follow up. So how do you get samples out other than looking at your calendar, realizing who you're going to run into, doing a Fortune 14? Use birthdays. People are happy on their birthday. They expect to be checking messages on their birthday. They're open to love on their birthday. And so I will share with you the verbiage that I use, but I just send everybody who has a birthday, I send a message. If they've sampled before, I don't offer them another sample. I'll just write them and comment, hey, happy birthday, hope you have a great day. What are your plans? Okay? You always want to end any conversation that you can with a question, because it's going to encourage them to respond back. So on the birthday sample, I always end it with, do you have any fun plans to celebrate? I'll have people write back and say, no thanks on the sample, but I'm going to dinner with my husband. Awesome. I write back. Great. I hope your day is I hope you're surrounded with your favorite things. Have a great day. Hope dinner's wonderful. Just leave, no matter what the answer is, wrap it up in a pretty bow and leave it as a positive experience. They may not not remember what your conversation was, but they're going to remember that they left feeling positive about their interaction with you. She told me no thank you on a birthday sample. I could have been like, what? Seriously? All right. Age this year, will you? Next year when you look older, let me know if you want a sample. No! No, it's okay. It's okay. I hope you have a great dinner. Hope you're surrounded by love today. Happy birthday. So use those, use those, use those. There is a feature on Facebook, if you don't know about it, to see first. You can highlight or hit people and move them from following to see first. Every one of my Class A prospects, and the list changes, goes in those 20 names that I can see first. Because I want to make sure when I have 10 minutes on Facebook in the morning, those are the people I'm connecting with the
How do
most.
you do that?
So don't be afraid to use that feature.
How do you do that?
So when you're on somebody's page, you have to actually physically go to their page.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this here. Do it all the time. So if you go physically to their page, this isn't going to call it for me. Oh, can I? Yeah. It could be, but it's usually pretty similar. Oh, if I can remember my password. Does anybody else have that problem? I am the worst. I think I reset my passwords like 5 times a week.
I was told a hint about it. Jessica?
Yes.
I was told a hint about your passwords. You use whatever site you're on and the year of your birthday. Or some number. So like if you're on Neora, you do Neora 1, and then when you change it, you do Neora 2. And if you're on Facebook, you do Facebook 1, you're supposed to do something. So you never have to actually do it.
Now we do those passwords.
Yeah, that's
I don't do it.
Jessica's not
I wondered how you did that.
LinkedIn, McLean, NCCLAIN, 2340 exclamation points. I'm going to be really proud of myself because this is what it is. I'm automatically logged in on everything, like on my phone and computer, so I'm horrible about stuff like that. If you have to, Google it really quick. How to do see first on Facebook. It is very simple. It's a matter of a couple clicks of a button, and you can see first. It puts a little blue star by them, and those are the people that are going to pop up in your feed every time. They're going to pop up to the top of your feed every single time. Are you going to show him? God bless you back here.
All you have to do is go to their profile, click their picture, and there's that row at the bottom where it says
Following.
Yeah, following. You click that little button in the center, and then click see first on that.
Okay.
And what's that exactly do? And those will be
It puts them on
So
top of
click
your
the follow.
feed.
it'll be at the top of my feed for how long? As long as I have them clicked?
As long as you have them selected as your see first, you can change it at any point in time. So you go to their actual page, you go to following, you go to see first.
Yeah, essentially,
Once you click that, those are the people you're going to see. So no matter when, if they posted 5 days ago, it doesn't matter. Those are always the people that are going to be the top of your feed.
Okay.
the algorithm will put their posts
Yeah, it's gonna
above
always say.
other
It's always going to put those people first, and that's just powerful again because it's taking the guesswork out of you. If you've only got
I
so
agree.
much time, that's what you want to do.
That is a cool feature.
I'll have Mike show you this too if you don't mind. Another powerful thing you can do at Facebook is create groups, and you can add people to groups. So I've started doing this a lot lately. Like you can put people in multiple groups. So if I'm communicating on a birthday, I do it on their birthday. I put them in groups, categorize them. See over here all these groups, but you can also do lists, friends lists. Go back to your page. You don't mind. Go to comments.
press list?
List, friends list.
Friends list?
And here's what comes up. So see, you can create a new list. You can put people in multiple categories. So if I'm talking to a type 1 mom who's 25 years old and not in Neora, I'm going to check type 1 strong, non-Neora, young entrepreneur. So if something comes out, a promotion comes out, a new item comes out, or if I just want to not see everybody on my Facebook wall that's from Neorium, click one of those lists. It's going to call up those people. I also put if they're from a foreign country, if they're Canadian, if they're Swedish, if they're from Mexico. If we have a country we're open in, and they're from that country, I'm going to put them in that slot. They don't see it. It just allows you to filter
And you can put them in multiple slots?
You can.
Okay, so you're going to create the slots, and then you're just going to feed your friends into them.
Yep.
Just categorize.
And how do you create those slots?
So on their page, you create the slot by creating lists,
Okay,
and then right there, you just list who it was.
and you
then
title
when-
the list and then say
then
what's in there.
You can go to their individual page. You can add people this way, or you can go to their individual page and select and add them to a list. It's very simple to do, but it's highly effective because I started getting to the point where when I click on Facebook in the morning, 90% of my feed is Neora, which is awesome, and I love all you guys. But if I've got 10 minutes, I'm going to make that 10 minutes count. And so the first thing I'm going to do is click non-Neora. Oh, right there. See where it's friends, then add to another list,
Oh, okay.
and then you click whichever list you want.
So when you pull up the list, it's gonna just give you the list of the people.
It's going to actually make your feed
Just those people.
those people.
Oh, is
so
that
if
right?
I click on type 1 strong, it's going to call up on my feed. It's going to be all the type 1 mamas that I connect with.
And it'll pull up their feed to the top of your feed, or it's not going to go above your
It's
top
only
of the
going to
list.
show you those people.
Huh?
It's only going to show you those people in
Oh,
that
really?
list when you click on it.
Filtering it.
Yep. And then you click home and it's going to take you back to your normal list.
I got you. How cool is that?
Okay. So there are tons of ways to use Facebook, but here's the deal. Use it, contact people, be a good friend, reach out, message people. That is going to be your biggest pool of people in today's world. I told you I'm a busy mom, work a full-time job. I have to make Facebook count for me. Because I'm not out a lot in the world other than running to kids' events, which I see the same parents. At Noah's games, I'm going to see the same parents. At Molly's swimming, I'm going to see the same parents. This is how you expand your circle. This is how you reach people that aren't close to you. It's how you connect with friends of friends. Facebook's powerful. So use it. Amber is going to start training us a little bit too on Instagram. I am not as well versed on Instagram, but I am learning. And it's crazy how much people go to Instagram to shop. Younger generation. My 14-year-old daughter, her whole Christmas list came from things she saw on Instagram. She
The
loves
other
it.
thing is you can,
It's not
so
offensive.
Instagram, it goes over to Facebook, so.
Yes, you can link them so they post together. I'm not doing that right now because I think they're kind of different. Like hashtags on Facebook aren't as powerful as hashtags on Instagram. So I'm kind of running Facebook like I have, but yes, you can link them. If it's one less thing for you to do, link them. Okay, so birthdays, talk about that. I talked to you about sampling. I sample 20 to 30 a month at minimum. At conference, backstage, knowing I was going to come here, I had 9 other customer getters with me, and I asked every one of them, what do you do to get customers? 8 of the 10 of us sample, massive amounts of samples. That's how we get customers. We offer free samples. None of us make our customers pay for them. You can do that. You can charge them the $5.95 shipping, but I didn't do it before, and so to me, I'm just not comfortable with that. I wish I was. It would save me $6.
Well, especially if you've got a good Neorium Gives Back.
Yes. So
Yeah.
your Neora gives back. Let's just
I'm sorry, Neora.
That's okay. I do it too. I go back and forth. They're synonyms to me. So I sample up. So anyway, I asked these people. That one of the ladies is from a country that doesn't do sampling yet. So she doesn't do that. She uses Facebook. And the 10th lady, who is actually the #1 customer getter, you know Ashley Phillips, she offers a lot. She gets a lot of inventory free from Neora Gives Back, and she offers that as incentives. So she might say, new customer special, buy a day cream, night cream, eye serum, get a box of hydrogel spray. And she does that out of her own stash. To me, It's cheaper to send a $5 sample than it is a $40 box of hydrogels. But that's what works for me. Ashley had $18,000 worth of personal volume last month. It works for her. It works for her. She's never sampled. She refuses to sample. Okay, that's great. It works for her. But unless you have a shelf full of inventory, it's going to get really costly for you. So I would recommend sampling. I don't even know. There you go. Sample your way to success.
Okay.
So use the sampling system. Like I said, the best way I get out samples is birthday wishes. That's what gets the most. It's just the easiest way. It also keeps me very consistent that I'm offering samples every single day. So when I'm on Facebook, my time is spent by commenting on non-newer people, wishing people a happy birthday, and making a post. That's what I do. Yes.
Good. I'm glad somebody else.
Hey, would you please quit being disruptive back there?
Thank you, sir.
Exit.
I appreciate you.
Good.
When you're sampling, or when you're sending the birthday, you're doing it through Messenger and offering the sample privately through Messenger,
Yes.
right? Not on their wall.
Correct. Yeah. Nope. Strictly in their message. I do go on their page usually and post a happy birthday, Amber, with a little picture. But then I private message them the greeting, and I have the verbiage for that that I will share with you. Do you guys have a chicken list? Yeah. Heard that. People that you think are influencers in your town. People that you see really active on social media that you think if I could get a sample in their hands. I have a chicken list 4 years into this business. It somehow seems to keep growing. Offer a sample, and I'm going to show you how. Take a second, write down 2 or 3 names of someone that's on your chicken list, or someone that you consider an influencer. Someone I consider an influencer someone who has a giant circle of friends, who I see every time they post, they get 50,000 likes. Not really, but you know what I mean. They're those people that just constantly, people are flock to them. They post a picture of baby puke on their shoulder, and people are like, oh, sister, 9,000 people are commenting, like, it'll get better. That's an influencer, because someone who wants to comment about baby puke on your shoulder, people are watching what they're doing, no matter what it is. So write down a couple names, and here's my challenge to you, if you're willing. I love transitions. It's like still like the high schooler in me. I'm like, this is so good. All right. If you're willing, here's what I want you to send. And if you're not willing, you should be. Do it, please. Hey, Lynn, I hope you're having a great Saturday. I consider you an influencer. You have a big circle, know a lot of people, and are loved by many. I'd love to have your input on the food products. If I send you a VIP goodie bag, would you be willing to use the products and give me your feedback? I simply want your honest opinion because I value it greatly. Let me know if I can send something nice. That's how you feel about those people. That's not weird. Most of your chicken list people have big circles. You consider them an influencer. You consider them a mover or shaker, so tell them. It's okay. I sent out messages last weekend and I said, you are on my chicken list because you scared the out of me. I would love to do this with you, but I'm afraid of your opinion. Can I send you a video and give me your honest feedback? Every one of them said yes. I sent it to 5 people. Every one of them said yes. One of them wants more information on the business. 2 of them gave you referrals to people who they think would be a good fit. 2 of them were crickets. Who cares? 3 out of 5 ain't bad. 0 out of 5 isn't bad if I do something next or make that next step. Doesn't matter what happens today, what are you going to do next? Keep moving forward. See if somebody's willing. I mailed out 5 VIP goodie bags at my last regional when they told us to do this very thing. Send them whatever you want. If you have hydrogel, send them hydrogel. If you have wellness juice, send them wellness. They don't know what you're going to send them. You're not committing to anything.
Right.
Send them something. And then when you send them this, you're going to have them text you when they get it. And then you're going to send them the how-to video, newer.com/how-to. And you may only send them wellness shoes, but they're going to go, well, wellness shoes don't have a how-to. Let's say night cream. You're going to send them a sample of night cream. They're going to go to that how-to video, and they're going to see every other product you have. So just send them what you have. And it doesn't have to be chicken list, or you can move them off your chicken list when they tell you no. Or not for now. Did you do it? It's scary, isn't it? Awful. I thought I was going to throw up. At the last regional, Keisha Weisberg was standing in front of me, and I was like staring at my phone. She's like, "Do you want me to hit send?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she did. She hit send for me. Let's talk Go Prospect. Okay? Go Prospect, your edge. If you are serious about this business, and I assume you are because you're standing in or sitting in this room, and you don't have the Neora Edge, sign up today. I think it's $32 with tax. Pay it every month. But the benefit that you get from it is so enormous that it could change your business. It is a tax write-off. It gives you trip volume. It gives you one free sample to send every single month, just for having the Neora Edge. It gives you more training videos. It gives you the social selling system that they're now training us on. If you are not a part of Neora Edge, it needs to happen today. I would say if you don't have it, you're not too serious about your business. Unless truly, like, financially, right, I mean, it's such a barrier. I get that. But other than that being a reason, this. Okay, so you're going to sign up for Edge, or you already have it. But if you don't use it, it's not doing anything for you. So we're going to use it. All right. So in Go Prospect, you can Go Prospect's an app for your phone. You can also use the platform on your desktop computer. I use it on the go all the time. They have just added a whole bunch of tools on Go Prospect that absolutely wild, blow my mind. I was playing with it so much last night my phone went dead in the airport. You can create your own videos now. So if you are someone who is scared to pick up the phone, people need to hear your voice. They need to hear your excitement. If you can't pick up the phone, send a voice memo. That's what I've always told people. Send a voice memo. Let them hear your voice. I would tell you now, send them a video. You can re-record it 9,000 times if you need to. But don't be afraid to be real. You're real. You're going to mess up. You're going to say the wrong word. Whatever. It's okay. It's all right. So now you can create and send your own videos. You can add interactive links. Save and send. You can personalize. You can make them as generic. I did a couple last night. I'm actually offering a firm special this weekend for Mother's Day, just for fun. Anybody who orders a bottle gets a free set of hydrogels. If you order 2 bottles, you get free shipping, a set of hydrogels, and a $5 Starbucks. Oh, I'm just doing it out of my own for fun. If they do 1 bottle, I'm sending them a set of hydrogels. Because I send them a thank you note anyway. I always send a thank you note for any new customer. Handwritten, so it's no big deal to send that to them. And if they order 2 bottles, they get the free shipping that New York gives them. They get a set of hydrogels and a $5 Starbucks card. Just a little carrot. It doesn't cost me a whole lot. If you don't have hydrogels, don't offer hydrogel.
We need some.
Offer a sleep tube. Offer a youth factor packet. Doesn't matter. Offer nothing. You know, hey, I've got a weekend special. Order 2 bottles of firm, you get free shipping. It is a special. You know, they don't know that it's from Neora, not from you. It's okay. So I did a couple videos last night. I did one very specific for somebody because they had asked me very specifically about the acne pads. I can't show you my live screen, or I would show you on the computer how to do it. I will walk you through it briefly, but I'll stay kind of vague because you're not going to be able to see it. If you have Go Prospect now, our offices are down today. Did you all know that?
Yeah.
In the upper right-hand corner, there's a plus sign. Click that plus sign. I'm not connected to the internet. I have it in airplane mode, so I don't get any messages. Click that plus sign, and it's going to allow you to record a video. Okay? You are going to be able to record a video, and you can do things like, say, last night. Hey, Rebecca, you asked me about the acne pads. I'm going to attach a link right here. It's going to take you to a video and tell you more about the acne pads. And then when you're ready to buy, because I know you're going to, for your boys, click right here and you're going to be able to buy. And then you can actually go in and put a link to buy here, or link to the video here, and a link to buy here. So you send that personal message to somebody, and you're going to send it via text message if you can. You have their cell number. And it's going to then tell you, I got a note back from Rebecca that she had opened the video. She had watched my video. She watched the acne video, and she had clicked on the link to buy. So Go Prospect is going to feed you all of that information. It's kind of like having a little spy in your back pocket
Can I add something?
if you use it the right way.
Sorry.
No, go.
On settings, make sure that everybody turns on notifications, because when you send someone a sample, they get entered into a drip mail, and every time that they click on the link in that email, Go Prospect will tell you that, so that you can follow up with it, because now they're looking at your info.
So I could walk you through the how to do the videos, how to send the sample. Here's the deal. There are videos in your back office that tell you all of this. Here's my beach ball for a minute. Be an information seeker yourself. If you're in this business and you're serious, we all have questions. I have questions every single day. I can either take 10 minutes and try to find it on my own, or I can reach out to Jennifer Gibbons, who can feed me the information, and I'm not going to retain it. And I'm going to be scared then to try to search for information the next time. Do yourself a favor. This is a business. You're a professional. Find your own information. Try. Then if you can't, then reach out to your upline. That's what they're there for. But you know how much better it'll be for your upline if you text them or call them and say, hey, I'm looking for the video on how to do a video on Go Prospect. And I've looked here and I've looked here and I'm not finding it. Can you direct me in the right place? But let them know you've tried. Okay? They love you. They love you even more when you put effort forth. Okay? That's on you to do so. You'll be able to help your teammates more when you learn how to find this information yourself. So, go and find out how to send a video and do a live video today. Try it. Add the link, mess around with it. It's not going to go to anybody until you tell it to. So play with it. Put the links in. Mess with the duration that the link stays in. I didn't know that until yesterday when I was doing them. It automatically defaults to 5 seconds. If you want that link up there for the rest of your video and you put it in at 20 seconds, you can change it to be there the rest of your video. But we have training videos that tell you all that stuff. And way more eloquent and professional than I can tell you. Okay? So take the time to do that kind of stuff because it will make you more confident in yourself in this business if you try to find that information and learn like a big kid. Okay? Be a big kid. Put on your big kid pants.
I have a question about
Yeah.
technical issues.
Yep.
Sending the copy link to potential customer, and I've been struggling with a couple months and never got sold.
Okay. Did you reach out to them on customer service?
They said they would look into it.
Okay.
Even my mentor even was on the call.
Okay.
They said they'd look into it, and then a couple months later, because I cannot send it, the copy, and then drop, and it doesn't work. So I have to literally do HTTP,
Yeah.
but doesn't show me if they open it that way.
Okay, so that's the key example to me of why you reach out to your upline. And if your upline didn't help get that resolved, reach out again, or reach out to a different upline. Because when a problem gets beyond you, that's what they're there for. They usually have resources that we don't have until you're an NMD that can get you help. But you've tried, you've contacted. In that case, that's what they're there for. And I'm sure any of these NMDs would rather you reach out to them so that you can start using that appropriately than struggle. So things like that, you can't solve that yourself. You're going to have help. Last night, my Go Prospect, I got the spinning wheel of death. It would load. And then when I pulled down to refresh it, it would kick me out. And I texted Raylan, I was like, I'm going to have a panic attack. Because I was hoping I could show you guys live on the screen today. And so she was able to help me get in contact with somebody that could help. It was an emergent situation because I was doing this training today. That's why I said the guy on the other line, I think he thought if I was there, I would have kissed him. I was like, you have no idea. You're the best. You gave me hours of my life back when you came out with Go Prospect. And this guy's like, yeah, I was just answering your phone call. Anyway, I think I made him feel really good about himself. So I was like, singing is crazy. So you can do all these crazy things on Go Prospect. The other thing that Go Prospect does is it has a drip campaign. If you send a sample to somebody, unless you enroll them in the drip campaign, it automatically sends, depending on the product, 3 to 6 videos over about a 3 to 4 week period of time with information. I didn't know how I felt about that at first, because it felt very formal. And then I decided to pull my head out of my own booty. It's professional. What Neora tells you to do works. Use the drip campaign. But don't let that be the only way that you follow up. So here's in my brain, here's the difference. Email, texting, it's a great way to pass information. It's a horrible way to communicate. So let Neora use email to pass that information on to your customers. They're going to send links to buy. They're going to send science information. They're going to send videos on it. Let them do that for you, but don't forget to do the personal touch as well. Because the fortune, I don't know what next slide says.
It's in the follow-up.
It's in the follow-up. And it's in the immediate follow-up. So I do let Go Prospect do the drip campaign for me, because there's going to be those people that want that really detailed, specific information. Awesome. Let them read it. But I'm still going to follow up and touch base with them. I touch base with them as soon as I approve the sample, or I put the sample request in and tell them, hey, your sample has been officially ordered. It'll be there soon. Let me know when it arrives, and I'll send you my best how-to tips. Okay? If I say, let me know when it arrives, they may or may not. If I say, because I want to send you my best how-to tips, they're more likely to let me know because they think more good stuff is coming their way. And it will. You're going to send them the how-to videos. The how-to link. So I send that. Let it know that it's coming. Tell me when it's here. I reach out once they let me know the sample's arrived. I send them the how-to video, and I tell them, start tonight, I'm going to check in with you tomorrow. I check in with them the next day. Because if you tell them you're going to check in with them, they're more likely to start using it, because they know you're going to be reaching out tomorrow, and they're going to have to say, I didn't do it. So I let them know. And then, most of our samples now are a couple days, 2 days at most. The night cream that has 4 packs in it, it's going to last 4 to 5 days. So I write down in my calendar when their samples should be over, and I'm going to reach out to them and say, hey, I know your samples should be running out or empty by now. Tell me what you like best. Okay? You always want to lead them to a positive answer. If you say, do you like it, you can say no very easily. But if you say, let me know what you like best, their brain's going to go positive and they're going to think of something they like. No, you're good.
Busy. You haven't even probably had dinner. It's 9:30 or whatever. You haven't had a chance to look at your phone, Molly. Is there a kind of a follow-up curfew that you turn it? Because I feel uncomfortable messaging at midnight. Let's say when I'm like, I know I promised, so I'm going to do the due diligence, but midnight's really kind of. Even though people may not know, I just feel like
No, I agree. I agree. So a couple things on that. So is there a time when I cut off contact? If I'm going to text somebody, I don't text past 9:30. My mama and daddy had a rule at 9 o'clock. Nobody was to call our house after 9 o'clock. I pushed it to 9:30. I guess I just want to be a rebel. I don't know. But for me, it's 9:30. I won't text past that. But in that case, if I promised somebody I would send it, what I would do is private message them on Facebook so that whenever they checked it, they would see I actually, and I might say, hey, it's late. I didn't get to text you, and I don't want to text you this late. I'll text you first thing in the morning. Okay? Be true about what you say you're going to do in this business. Because what people think is you're going to sign them as a customer and you're going to go on. So follow up. If you say you're going to follow up today, and you can't do it time-wise, appropriately, send a message, and then follow up first thing in the morning. But try to let people know. You would appreciate that. So that's what I would do in that kind of case. But your job, guys, we're professionals. You are a professional network marketer. You are a professional Neora sales rep, however you want to look at it. Your job is to follow up. You are not spamming people. You are not bothering people. If they have a sample from you, if they have expressed interest, your job is to follow up until you get them to a resolution. The resolution may be, I'm going to buy. The resolution may be not now. The resolution may be nothing. Crickets. But I follow up a minimum of 4 times before I leave somebody alone. Try to do it tactfully, try to do it respectfully, but my job is to get them to a place where the questions are answered. So about by the fourth message, I usually send something and say something to the effect of, it's been radio silence, I don't want to make you crazy, but my job is to make sure your questions are answered and you're well taken care of. Please let me know if I can answer any questions for you. I would love to hear from you. That's honest. If they don't ever respond back from that, that's okay. They just go back on a list somewhere. If they'd originally asked me about firm, I'm going to put them on my firm list. And next time there's a special, next time there's a promo, next time there's a price decrease, I'm going to reach out to them again. You got to get fixed again. People's response or lack of response to you doesn't really matter. Your job is to move them to an answer so they can go off your list. Answers yes, answers no, answers not now. Those are all good answers. We may not like the no, but it's still a really good answer. Because now you can focus your energy somewhere else. Circle back. You just keep circling back. Circling back. That's what our job is. But don't be afraid to follow up. You are not bothering people. I promise. And if you are, they're probably a good time. Like, okay, Robin quit. You sent me 19 messages, I've not responded. But usually they're too chicken to even do that. So just keep following up. Go at your own pace. You have to always ask for the sale. After you've sampled somebody, you need to assume the sale and ask for it. If you don't ask for it, they're not going to offer their credit card. But if I've sampled Robin, I might say, Robin, I know you liked the night cream. You said you liked the way it felt. I'm going to ask her what she liked best. She's going to tell me she loved the way it made her skin feel tight. I'm going to write her. Robin, I know you love the way the night cream made your skin feel tight. I'm putting orders in tonight. I'd love to help you place yours. No pressure. Just trying to make it easy for you. Let me know. But I'm going to assume that Robin's going to order. It's just a matter of when Robin's going to order. It may not be right now, but you've got to ask for that sale, and you've got to assume the sale in order to get it. So I follow up you. Find a follow-up system that works for you, and do it every single time, with every single customer, no matter who they are, no matter what their response is. Have a pattern. So whether you follow up 2 times, 3 times, doesn't matter. What works for you, but do it every single sample. I had a back surgery last year in January, and before the back surgery, I was like, I've got to get my samples out. So I sent about 25 samples out within a 2-day period of time, and then I had the back surgery, and then I felt really crummy for about 2 weeks, and I didn't follow up. You want to know how many of those people ordered? My normal return, I can get 70 to 80%, probably 75 on average, of people I sample are going to order. You can too. It's all about follow-up. It's about posture, and it's about follow-up. It's about assuming the sale. I don't have any secret sauce, but I am consistent, and I am persistent, and I'm going to follow up, and I'm going to get them to an answer, whether it's yes or no.
I'm just going to put you on my dream board.
Put you on your dream board. How about I send you a picture of the top 10 award I got, and you put that on your dream board.
That'd be good.
And you be the top 10.
I don't want to be in the top 10. I want to be number 1.
There you go. Well, I'll be honest with you, even Ashley's didn't say number 1. She just got recognized on stage. So I'll send you a picture. You can like put a Sharpie marker, number 1.
Number 1. If
But
you're
make
not
that
first,
your goal. You know the reason why I can close 75% of people that I sample? Because I sample a shit pot full of people.
I like
I'm
to
doing
say
30 a
20
month.
to 30 because my goal is 25 every month, 25. That's where I'm going to be at for the rest of the year, and that's always going to be my goal. So I'm sitting pretty good right now.
So get the samples out, and then you got to follow up. I'm telling you, if you do not follow up, and if you don't do it with excitement and consistency, you won't. I hear people say all the time, I sent out 2 samples and nobody ordered. Well, I sent out 30 and 23, whatever the number is. But I still get no's. I've gotten no's for years. No is no for now. No is no for now. Again, that's the florist who used a sample, didn't like it, didn't even respond, no thank you, too expensive. Ordered her granddaughter acne pads, didn't even ask how much they were. Now, lucky for her, they're a low price point. She didn't care because that was the right thing for her. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. If somebody's looking for the product, if somebody's looking for the opportunity, you can't say the wrong thing. If it's the wrong thing, it's not the time for them. But don't think you have to have the magic words. Be real, be honest. If you followed up 4 times with somebody and you're starting to feel like a crazy stalker, you go, all right, this is my last follow-up because I'm starting to feel really awkward and like I'm stalking you. But please know I'm here to answer your questions anytime. And if I can ever help you in any way, I would love to. Have a great day. Wrap it in a bow. Make it pretty. I've had so many people that were no come back. Because what they have seen is I'm consistent and I'm not going to give up. And hey, maybe there's something to this Neora thing. Because 4 years later and the woman's still posting every single day about it because she's excited. So maybe I should finally give it a try.
I sampled in 2012 from a childhood friend. I used it wrong. I didn't add the water. I used it frugally. And I just kind of said, not now. I'm using a dermatological grade something. And I just don't have I'm sure, but I'm not willing to make that jump.
Yeah.
But didn't think anything of it. She was fine with it. And then all the pictures just became more prolific all around me. And I jumped right in.
Yeah.
Just right in.
And that's where consistency, you guys, pays off because you might be on Facebook today and you're not looking for a new lunchbox, cooler, whatever. So you're not going to stop at that lunchbox picture. But next year, back to school time, your grandchild needs a lunchbox, and that same picture pops up and all of a sudden it stops you. If that lunchbox company quits posting pictures, you won't see it a year. So all of us are at different places at different times. But you have to be there and be ready every single day for them. I consider Facebook my brick and mortar store where I'm turning on the light.
Yep.
If I don't post on Facebook, then I have a store that I've not turned the open sign on for that day. If I had a brick and mortar store every single day, that light would come on and I'd be ready to help. That's the way I treat Facebook. That's the way I treat sampling. Every single day I'm going to show up, I'm going to turn that light on, I'm going to be there, good day, bad day, no sleep, whatever. It doesn't matter. The world really doesn't care.
Right.
And that video that Mike showed in the beginning, I had tears in my eyes. Because one of the first things they said is, you're tired, you don't have enough sleep. I live in that world. I'm up 3 to 4 times with a diabetic daughter. I live there. The world doesn't care that I'm tired. Not really. You have a few good friends that do. But for the most part, it's how are you going to help me? How are you going to connect with me? Are you going to be a good friend? Are you going to be here today, even though you're tired and exhausted? Are you going to show up today and be a good friend for me? Because what people are buying from you, yes, it's a wrinkle cream. What they're really buying from you is a connection with you because they trust you. Yes, they want the product, but they wouldn't buy it. But they're probably skeptical as heck. And what they do trust is their connection and their friendship with you. And they trust you're going to take care of them, and they trust you're going to follow up with them. And that's the person you have to be every single day. Complain to a friend in person about your day if it makes you feel better, but keep that crap off Facebook. Nobody wants to read it. Okay? Nobody wants to read that kind of stuff. I have some verbiage, or you guys can throw some objections you get at me if you want to hear how I would answer it for comments. I can tell you some of them. I have a copy and put. If you don't use your notes on your phone, there's a copy and paste.